How far did you get with your education?
Man, I got far. I graduated high school, and then, like I say, me and my brother both went and got our audio engineering degrees out in Arizona. Shit was real. It was lit.
What was the name of that school there?
It was called CRAS, Conservatory of Recording Arts and Science. At that time, it was like an 8-9 month course, and then like in order for you to finish getting your diploma, you had to go do internship at a studio, and then report hours. I think you had to do it was a certain amount of a couple hundred hours you had to do, and then you go back and you know what I'm saying, turn that in, and they send you your diploma through the mail. But now I think the school done got a lot bigger, man. The courses, it got a lot more courses now. We got with them when they was first, official.
And where did you actually end up interning at yourself?
Man, I really they let us count. I was already, an artist, so they let us count our own hours recording ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So me and my brother had a studio in Jonesboro, Arkansas, where we from. And shoot, man, we was taking down the time that we was using recording other people and the time that, we was recording ourselves, and they took that, you feel me? Well, it's still hands-on, we still learning, we still, audio engineering, so they took that on God and we turned that in, and boom, diplomas came through, facts.
Was this a home studio or was this like at a public location?
When we got home from Arizona, it was a home studio. Then my brother moved to Jonesboro and bought a building, sort of like what we got right now, and put the studio in there. Had to build a whole little section in there, to divide the studio or whatever from the rest of the room. It was lit. We had it jumping for about 2 years, maybe about 2 years. Yeah, it was lit though. It was lit for real. It was lit.
What was the name of it?
Studio 8387. It's named after my brother named it because, it was his junk, but we both was in there making it happen. Studio 8387. I miss it, man. I miss it.
Why did things end?
We moved. My brother moved. He moved out here. My brother been out here a little minute, probably about a year now, and then I came out here with him.
And here is a reference to Atlanta.
Yeah, we out here in ATL, making it happen. A-State way, baby.
Was the studio that you had for 2 years in the public location profitable?
Yeah, for my brother for sure. It really wasn't, I really wasn't trying to, after we got our little, you know what I'm saying, the diploma, I really wasn't messed up. That really was my brother lane. We really just done that to keep everything in-house. So I just let him, he made all this money in there. I really was just doing my own thing, just perfecting my own craft, for myself. So when I blow, I ain't really got too much worry about spending no money on trying to let nobody record me and try to do my sound for me. I already really know, how I want to sound.
Would he charge you personally for studio time or no?
Nah, but I still pay him when we get in that position where, it's time to eat. I'm gonna make sure he get bread too.
Now he owned the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you have ownership in that?
Because like I say, he really had done a lot as far as just he shoot my videos too, and the rest of the squad too. It ain't just me. It's a whole little label he had took on called DHE, and my brother really just took on a lot of responsibility for me to just feel like I don't really need nothing in that. You know what I'm saying? You doing a lot of other stuff for free for me, just out the rip, out the strength of you just being my big brother. So I don't want to. Nothing in that, bro. You eat good off of that. I eat in other ways, you feel me? That's for you, big dog. You know what I'm saying? You doing enough for me, free. I don't need nothing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing out no partnership or nothing. I'm just gonna help you build the brand just as much as you helping me build myself for free. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I go. We real brother. Same mama, same, you know what I'm saying? So that's just how I go.
Older, younger brother?
They're my older brother. He the older out of all of us. I'm the youngest out of all my mom and my dad, the kids.
He's not a recording artist, though.
Yeah, he is. But he really just, he didn't already told me his role. Now he just want to just step back and just be the man for me, That's really why he came down here, kind of just open up doors for me. So when I slide, it'll already just be parar, you know what I'm saying? I could just come through here and do my thing.
So how would it work then? Because it was his studio, but it was open to other recording artists, not just you.
Yeah.
So how would it work when you wanted studio time? Would you get priority over the other clients, or would you have to get in where you fit in, so to speak?
He would give me priority, but it's really just like, I really wasn't tripping, you feel me? Because like how I record as a person already, I don't really like no whole lot of people being around, so I just like for it to be just me, or if he with me, then it's just him, or like my six, if my six with me, then they with me, but hey, I really wasn't tripping, like I let him do his thing, you feel me? Like in the days that I picked, he would already know, you know what I'm saying? Or I call him a couple days ahead of time, cause how it was at that time, I wasn't staying in JB, Arkansas. How it is, it ain't like the city out here, like it's different. So, you know, 25 minutes to Atlanta from here, all of it look connected. But okay, at home, 25 minutes from Lux to JB, or 45 minutes, really, that's what it is. But it's nothing in between it. It seemed like a long drive. So I would have to come from Lux to JB to get there. So I would call him, you know, days ahead of time to let him know that I'm sliding. That way it wouldn't be no blank trip, or it wouldn't be a whole bunch of people in there already, or, you know, stuff like that. But I'd work around what he already had going on. And shoot, most of the time, man, he would shoot more videos, you know what I'm saying, than he was record, man. A lot of people rock with my brother videos for real. So he would give me the key to the studio, you know what I'm saying? I would spend days in there at a time, like days, weeks, you know what I'm saying, at a time, like binge record, and then just come out of there and then just go back to the hustle, you know what I'm saying, like that.
Was this a standalone building, or was this like a space in a building where there were other spaces or businesses going on?
Yeah, like a space. It was like, but it ain't, in Arkansas, we ain't really got it like how it is down here in the city, like big buildings and stuff like that. It's like, it look like a plaza, you know what I'm saying, something like that, if I can put you in a good mind frame of what it look like. But it's more like a plaza. It ain't like building suites and stuff like that. So you can pull up to it. It's outside based, and then you go inside. You know what I'm saying, like that.
Did any tenants in that plaza ever complain about the studio?
No. We mostly we was cool with everybody that was over there. They was barbers, so a lot of the people that would come over there and drop, they needed their head chopped. We was sitting right next door. You know what I'm saying? And, we was cool with the dude that was cutting hair next door, and it was another barber shop across the way. We really was surrounded by nothing but barbers. It was like 3 barber shops over there, but you know, you got the black barber, then you got the Hispanic barber, then you got the white barber. It was like all flavor over there. And it was cool with, you know, all the barbers, but mostly that one beside us. We would send people over there to him, which the dude, the barber that was beside us, we had, my mom, he knew my mom and them. You feel me? Like, he grew up with my mom and them and stuff like that. So it was always all love. He ain't had no complaints. And the music that we was doing, it wasn't no mess. So it's like he would enjoy hearing it. Sitting next door to us, he would tell us, like, bro, I'm ready for y'all to go on, you know, drop something, bro, what y'all got, I'm hearing it. It used to be all love, though, man, for real. It was all love. It was all love.
Now, when it came to this school, just clarify me this. When they did accept the hours of the studio, was that when it was you guys at home, or was it when he got that building and the studio was in the building?
Shoot, what was it? I don't even remember, bro. I ain't even gonna cap to you. I really had to sit and think, but I know we ain't got that type of time. But I know for sure by then we had already been and had the building. By then, by the time we didn't got them. But it's like, you know, you just you get online and you report your hours or whatever. And they ain't really ask specifically like where you at. They just wanted to you had to take a picture. What do we have to do to prove it? We had to take a picture or something like proving that we was in the studio. So we just kept sending them the same picture, like the same picture from the same studio session or whatever. They accepted that, but it was like we were reporting real time because we were just reporting the time that we spent in the studio. We in the studio every day, all day, all night. So it's the same as perfecting your craft if you was recording another artist. We doing that in the midst of recording ourselves, so we just reporting that time. They took that and it was good from there.
What high school did you graduate from?
Rivercrest High School. Shout out to Rivercrest, man. What up, baby?
After you graduate high school, did you take a break before you attend the audio school, or was that right away?
Nah, I did the community college around the way, in the Ville. Well, you know, everything really just be jumping that around my way. The Ville lit, and I really wasn't trying to do that. Like, I wasn't trying to do no. If I was gonna go to college, I wanted to go to college for something that I wanted to do. So I kept telling my mom and my dad, no, man, I'm trying to. Well, my brother really was the one who came up with that idea. And he came to me, and then he was like, man, I need you to get on mama and them, tell them, you know what I'm saying, this is what we trying to do. So I went to my mama and them, was like, hey, man, we trying to go and go to Arizona, do this real school shit, you feel me? Like, go and do this shit for real. And that's how it happened. I ain't really take no break like that, cause shit, I was having a son in the midst of that time, so I really wasn't no time for playing. I had to figure out early, like, what the fuck I'm gonna do, cause shit, you having a baby, you gotta leave a legacy with these kids, you know what I'm saying? So shit, I had to go and figure something out, and I wanted to go straight into what I had already had this plan, bro, since junior high, for real. Like, I've been lit for music since junior high, for real. I had already had this planned, and you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to go to community college and do that shit. That shit wasn't that one was. So we told my mama, we want to do audio engineer school. We took our head down now.
What was the name of the community college?
The community college in the Ville called ANC. They still jumping right now. Yeah, it was cool. I just, like I say, bro, it's home, so you know everybody. Man, you get in there and shit, you get distracted because the streets still right there in school. There's niggas from the streets that I've been knowing, you feel me, since school or whatever. Now we all in here together acting the fool. That's too much of a distraction, bro. I can't get shit did. I gotta go somewhere where I don't know nobody. I ain't really worried about making no friends, you feel me? Like, I'm here to work. And shit, that's how that went.
So how much of the community college do you get under your belt before you drop out of that situation?
I ain't getting nothing but a year.
Freshman year?
Yep.
2 semesters?
Yep, just 2 semesters. And then I had my son going into that next, like, you know, the next year. And that's why I didn't even go back. And then that next year after that would have been 2014. I mean, no. It would have been 2013, my bad. I graduated in 2011. And me and my brother went to Arizona that year. And my son would have been was about to be 1 when we went out there in that August to start the year in Arizona.
And how long do you attend that school in Arizona for?
I gotta say about of course it's about like 9 months at that time, about 9 months. Every day, like Monday to Sunday. And then like they'll switch up like halfway through, like at the 6-7 month mark or whatever, or they'll switch up like how your schedule works. So instead of you going at a certain time of the day, it'll be the opposite time of the day as the other class members in your class. Like they had us on different time schedules.
Being that you had a newborn baby, how did that work with you going to Arizona and the baby, it sounds like, stayed in Arkansas?
Hell yeah, but that shit was crazy. It was different, you feel me? Like, it was different than I was a fresh daddy. I was a new daddy, so I really was learning everything on the road. That shit wasn't, it was tough, but you know, shit, we got through it. I done had a whole nother baby. I done had a little girl now, you know what I'm saying? Gotta basically do it again. So, you know, I've learned from then how to handle it now, you know what I'm saying? Cause I done moved out here. You know what I'm saying? And I got a little girl back, so shit, it's basically the same thing, but I'm better now when I do it.
When you were in Arizona, would you travel back to Arkansas while you were attending school to see your baby? Or would your child's mother and the baby, I don't know if they could even travel.
Nah, we really went on good terms during that time, you feel me? Like, it was a lot of shit going on, big dog, I ain't gonna lie to you. Child support and all that shit was going on during that time. So me and my baby mom really weren't fucking around like that. It was really tough as hell. So my uncle died, one of my uncles, man, I was really close with. Uncle Breeze, rest up, baby. he had died. That was the one reason why we went home. We went home for a family reunion, and then that was really the only 2 times we went home, a family reunion, and like Uncle Breeze died around Christmas time. So them was the only 2 times I went home, and I was struggling to get to see my son then, cause me and my baby mama really went on them terms like that. So I spent time with him, but I ain't get to see him like that on when I was gone. Then I had to come back home and get all that shit situated. It was after school. Once, I had to how can I put it? Redo some things between me and her, you know what I'm saying, to get that situation right so we can co-parent, you know what I'm saying, the right way.
What's your relationship with her these days?
We good. If you see this, BM #1, we are good. And you know it. I talk to my son every day on FaceTime, you feel me? He old enough now, my son 8, well, he about to be 8. And we got understanding now to where, he called me every day, and if he ain't calling me, I'm calling him, or she gonna call me to make sure that he talk to me, so we good now for sure.
How were you able to get that relationship with you and her back on track when things weren't so good at one point?
It just called growing up, you feel me? Like, you just gotta grow up, like, and just realize, be real with yourself first, you know what I'm saying? Let it go with yourself first, be like, all right, accept where you was wrong at, address that, and go over there, and hopefully the other side do the same thing with themselves, come together as adults, and, make this work. And really that's what we had to do. It wasn't like me, I'm a straightforward, stand-up person. Like, I ain't gonna really do too much playing around. So she already know that, both my baby mama know that, to just put that out there. But she know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really, with all that playing, and I don't play by my kids, so let's just not mess it up for our kids, raise them up, seeing this crazy stuff, because it start with us, you know what I'm saying? So let's fix it with us first, and, you know what I'm saying, before we let our kids get this old and stuff ain't right still. They 16, 17 years old, wondering why this is that. I ain't really with all that, you feel me? Let's nip that in the bud early and do right, you feel me? That's just me, that's how I was raised, big dog.
So do you take it initially upon yourself to get the relationship back on track, or is she the one initially trying to get things back on track before they eventually do?
My baby mama was stubborn, so it was me. Like, she wasn't really fucked up. She more independent, like shit. So, she really ain't. Both my baby mama like that, which is cool. Like, I ain't got to worry about my kids going without. So I had to be the one to go to them, which it was always me on some shit anyways, while they was tripping, or while she was tripping anyways, it was over some bitches. So, you know how that go. But as a man, like I say, you grow up and you be like, all right, I can't be doing this and that because I got to be in my kid's life. So, shit, I had to go to her and fix it and just keep it fixed. Like, I know how women mind is. I know how my baby mama is. I know how she thinks. So, I try not to really step over the boundaries with what we got to mess up the co-parenting relationship that we got. You feel me? Like, I want to keep all that shit steady and kosher, you know what I'm saying, as best as possible.
What age was your son when you do get this relationship with her back on track?
Relationship is great, you feel me? Like, my son really, he like me, we both laid back. He ain't really got no whole lot of emotion. He'll tell you what's up, and that's that, so,
Well, I'm just gauging for chronological purposes. At what age was your son when you get things mended with your child's mother?
My son probably about 5. This ain't really been too long in the making, big dog.
Okay.
4 or 5 years old, and but he's smart, so he's been understanding for a long time to let you know how he feel about certain situations. Like, he'll tell you, he don't want to be with nobody but his mama, or he'll tell you he don't want to be with nobody but his daddy. Like, he blunt like that. So it really wasn't hard for us to build a bond, because he gonna tell me how he feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, these kids smart, they gonna let you know what up for sure these days.
And for time reference, it's March 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this school that you attended, was it a public or private school?
It was a public school, I believe. Like I say, we got with them when they were just starting up. Like, they had not been running. They couldn't have been running no more than 10 years, 15 years. They couldn't have been. Because we got with them when them folks were like, you know, ground bases. Now we got with them when they was building most stuff to the school. Like, they were, by the time the next year people came in, they would have had, folks had another 10 courses to go through.
And why did you choose this school for that trade versus other schools out there?
I did, my brother did, and I was just with what he was with. Like, he was looking it up, and he really was just trying to go to the next step on this career, you know what I'm saying? Coming from Arkansas, right, we ain't really got that many opportunities, so we try to take all opportunities that we can, and we felt like that was one. So he had been looking up engineering schools, and people used to always just say go to that one school.
Full Sail?
Full Sail, yeah, facts. People used to say that, but me and my brother always been different. We want to do different stuff. We don't want to be like everybody else. We had a couple cousins from around that way to go to Full Sail and do it, but I don't even know if they finished or not. So, but we ain't want to do it what everybody else do. We want to do something different. So, CRAS was like the competition for Full Sail. Like they was like building they, you know what I'm saying, like they criteria to compete with these people. So we just went out there, you know what I'm saying? And it was lit, like the experience was real. Like from day one to day finish, it was hands-on. Like we right there with the big boards. From there, from when we started till you finish, it was like they crammed it in your head every day, all day.
Was it easy or hard overall speaking?
It was hard. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was hard. That's one of the hardest challenges I ever went through in my life. As far as just like educational-wise, trying to learn something to better yourself. Like I done had a lot of experiences in life that teach you a lesson, but that one right there was something. I had to really just go ahead and buckle down and get for real, cause you putting real money up now. Like you, school is different, but you gotta spend a check to go to school. You gonna get for real. So it was just that they was crammed it in our head though every day, like, and then give you a test at the end of the week. You had to remember that. It was crazy though. It was a nice experience. It was cool.
Did that school have housing on campus?
Nah, that was another thing too, man. That's why I said, man, like, I was hustling for real. Like, I went to school. I used to go to school. I can't say too much. I was hustling for real like that motherfucker, bro. It was crazy, man. Like, my brother used to be on my ass, like, man, bro, I need you to get out there and come on and do this. That's why I say it was hard, because I was coming from the streets going out there. That's really what was going on. So I took my street shit with me. Got out there, motherfucker, got the, you know what I'm saying? Hustling good out there, motherfucker, and I was working too, but I couldn't really try to, I ain't gonna say I had it hard with multitasking, but I was trying to hustle. You know what I'm saying? I felt like living was more important than trying to do school. That was the hard part about it. Like, you had to do school every day, but you gotta eat too. Mm-hmm.
So you did live off campus. Was it an apartment? Was it a house?
Apartment. We went through 2 spots out there during school. I did anyway. Yeah, we both did. We both did.
Did you have roommates, or was it just you two?
Well, my brother had his ex-wife and my other niece, his youngest daughter. He didn't finna have another daughter now, but they was out there with us at that time. And then we separated. I ended up getting the house by myself, and I brought one of my exes down there with me, and then he went, you know, he took his ex-wife over there with him, and shit, we just thugged it out like that all the way till we came back.
Financially, how did you afford the school?
My pops work at Nucor Yamato Steel. That's one of the biggest steel companies in the country. So they really supply a lot of steel for the country. And he got a high position up there. So they do loans for the workers' kids and stuff like that. So he did that, and shit, that's how that went.
No grants, no scholarship.
I had used my little when I graduated school, they had gave me a little scholarship, but I used that some of it anyway, that the little ANC joint I was just talking about previously, the little community college, and I used the rest going out there, and then I guess they took up the rest with like a little loan or something like that. I don't even know how it worked. My pops just looked out for me for that one right there for sure. He did. Thank you, Pops, when you see this.
Before you attended this school, did it have a reputation at all?
Nah, man. Well, not here anyway. Not, well, I ain't gonna say here, but not in Arkansas. You feel me? Like, I ain't...
Not the community college, the audio school. Did it have a reputation at all?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody really know nothing about it.
Oh.
Because we didn't. Like, well, I didn't for sure. I don't know about my brother. I never really asked him. You know what I'm saying? When he brought that to me, I was just with it because it seemed like a great opportunity. I always wanted to go to the West Coast too, so let's do it. I was with it, and we did that.
What did you like the most about that school?
It was the experience, man. Like, you feel me? Like, I was young. I was turning 21 at the time. So, you know, it was just different. I was learning how to be a man, you know what I'm saying, on my own for sure now. Like, it's different than just young, and then you get to go back to your mom and them house or your people's spot. Man, we 24 hours away from home. So if you fuck up, how can you get help? All the way out here. You feel me? Like, shit, can't nobody, my mom and them can't get to you, peoples can't get to you, you know what I'm saying, in 24 hours unless they catch a plane. So it was just a different experience, bro. Like, it was lit, and then at some points it was crazy, then it was back lit, and I don't know, it was just a big learning experience. That was what I enjoyed about it the most, man.
And what about the least? On the opposite end of the spectrum, what couldn't you stand? What bothered you? What was your biggest pet peeve about that school?
I ain't really had. Only thing that really was just crazy is just how they cram it in your head all them days. Like, you don't really get too many days off until they switch up the schedule. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, you know, they throw you off, so you got to get on pattern with that. That really was the only thing. But other than that, like, I'm an acceptive person, so I don't really look for the bad in the situation. I try to look at all the good in the shit, you feel me? Like, so I really can't just put a real finger on what's the least thing I ain't fuck with about that shit. But I could just say, like, the timing. Like, it was, they take up a lot of your time, but like, you gonna get it done in them 9 months for sure. It ain't no full 4-year course, so they getting it in your head in 9 months. Okay, that's every day. Real. Sunday to Sunday on the bitch. Real.
Now, before I asked you if it was easy or hard, you gave me your answer on that.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, give me a review about this school. What did you think about the actual school?
School was straight. Y'all need to go to CRAS. You feel me? Like, I think they was cool as far as, like, getting you that education and then, like, making you get out there and get your connection. They gonna make you do that for sure. Like, and you can't, at that time, I don't know how the curriculum is now, but at that time, they made sure you get your connection just to even get your diploma, bro. You gotta go intern and do stuff and actually hands-on work, report it back to them just to even get your diploma. So, you know, I thought that was a good thing.
What did you think about the campus?
Campus was cool. They had 2 campuses. Only thing about it was, well, yeah, that was another thing too. I could have said I wasn't rocking with. They campuses like two different cities. You gotta go. Like, well, they weren't just far apart, but shit, it's 2 different. They campuses was in 2 different cities, right? Like, so one campus was like the main campus, big as hell. They got all type of shit in there. Then you go to the B campus. You know what I'm saying? They just got like the main like studios or whatever in there where you working on all them big all them big ass boards, bro. Like, some shit, man. I ain't really messed with them boards since. I ain't gonna lie. I always take my Pro Tools laptop in there and plug it up to it and do it like that if I have to rock with the big ass boards.
What'd you think of the staff?
Staff was cool, man. That's why I said I was finna say some shit I couldn't say. I can't even put them folks in jeopardy like that. But the staff was cool. They were like, once you really like, I'm that type of person where I gotta know you from doing business with you. I'm spending money with y'all. So I'm learning y'all, you know, I'm learning everybody. That's how I take it. Everything is business. So while I was out there, I was learning all the staff. I got to see who. Everybody was cool, man. There's some people out there, some dickheads, but they had to be dickheads because that's how this world is. It's certain audio engineers or producers that be acting like dickheads, so they try to train you for that field that you getting into.
What'd you think of the faculty? The
cool.
professors?
Well, really, like...
Or teachers, I don't know what you called them, but...
They was all together. Like, you had some motherfucker that was high up that was teaching people. Like, that's why I was saying it. I can really say that them questions go together. Cause it was shit. You had teachers up there that was high up. You know what I'm saying? But they was cool. Like I say, like everybody was down to earth. They try to make you feel like you in that field for real. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
What motivated you to finish?
And my brother, like we in this together, like, and I got kids, bro. You got kids, and we really trying to do something. You feel me? Like this, we been chasing this dream. And we were little, like. So, in my head, like I can't start some shit and just not finish it. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I feel like it's in vain if I don't. So what we doing this shit for? We just gonna quit? It was never in us to quit, bro. When we got up there, we had some hard times, but shit, it wasn't no quitting, big dog.
I asked you previously if this was easy or hard overall. You said it was hard. I didn't get a chance to ask you, so I'm going to ask you now, bringing that question back. When it comes to completing this diploma, what was the hardest aspect of completing it?
I mean, really just getting through the whole 9 months, bro, without, how can I say this? Like just getting, like letting it get to you that you gotta do this shit every day, all day. So, you know, just go on, get to the end. But once you get there, you good. Once you do the internship shit, you get with the right people. Like we done our own thing, you know, like I told you earlier. So we could, if you was somebody that had to go through internship, get with the right people that it matched your schedule and shit, so it'd be easier for you to get your diploma. But we done our own thing, and they was cool with that, like, so. You know, it was easier for us to get our diploma with the internship. Now, the school shit was really what was just, you got to get through that. Once you get through that, I believe you cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, just having to do school every day, all day, I believe that's just was the shit to get through.
And was it a certain GPA or certain grade that you get this diploma in?
Yeah, man, you had to have a 3.0 or some shit like that, man. I remember, but you couldn't have no 2.5, no 2.7, 2.9, 3.0 or up, man, to get the shit. And then that's for them to even send you off to do the internship shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't qualified to even go do that if you ain't leaving there with them grades. They give you a final test. Shit, I passed that motherfucker though. I passed the final test with like an 89. I remember it was like an 87, 89, somewhere in there. I mean.
Do you know what your GPA was?
A 3.2. A 3.2, man.
Did you, go ahead.
I was gonna say a 3.2. My brother had a 3.4 or something like that.
Did you collect the diploma in the mail, or did you actually go through a ceremony of some sort?
They send your shit in the mail. Like after you do the internship shit, then they send it to you. But like, after you finish the school, like we finished school in April, you go and do 2 months worth of internship because I didn't get my diploma until like August, but I finished in July. Yeah, in July, cause I ain't just do it all. You ain't gotta do it all within them 2 months. You can spread it out, but you gotta do it like a 2 months worth of internship basically. I finished in like July. But after you get done in April, like they bring all the classes together. We took a big ass picture and had a little ceremony at the school like that. But you don't get your diploma in the mail until after you turn in all your hours and on that internship shit.
What was that feeling like when you received the diploma?
Man, shit, I know I completed something. I can mark this off my goal list. You know what I'm saying? See my mama and them smiling, and happy. I done done something with myself now that I can use this now. This leverage right here. You feel me? So it was a good feeling.
Did you end up using that diploma?
Yes, sir. I've been using it ever since. Basically, like I feel like now even more because it's a good thing to go in the industry, being able to be a one-stop shop. Like I ain't gotta spend a whole lot of money needing nobody to record me unless I want to. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can do it myself, bro, and it ain't no bullshit quality. It's that. Like, shit, is that for real.
Could you have learned what you learned without that school, though?
Yeah. Yeah, we was already on the right track before we went there. Just going there was just really just putting the icing on the cake, could I say. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would it would have took a longer route, let's say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, going to the school, definitely sharpened up the tool a little more, you know what I'm saying? But we would have for sure got there, but, you know.
What was the biggest lesson you learned from that whole trade school experience there?
I mean, shit, just don't quit and nothing in life, like whatever you doing, bro, like you just gotta go and go through with it. If it's a hard time, it's an easy time, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I be feeling like, you know, this shit is, everything happened for a reason. So if whatever happened when you going through your situation or you trying to get somewhere, just go on, go through with it, you know, keep on pushing. That's really what I learned through that, like, cause it was time where nigga, both me and my brother both just want to say, fuck this shit, go home, you know what I'm saying? But what we gonna go home to? You know what I'm saying? Failure? Hell no. You gotta keep pushing, man, for real, for real.
Was that school a waste at all?
Was it a waste?
Yeah.
Hell nah, man. Like, no. You feel me? Like, anything you do in life, like I just said, it's for a reason, man. So, shit, we learn, for real, we learn a lot. Like, a lot. They taught you a lot at that school, a whole lot of stuff, bro, that we weren't even looking to use. You feel me? There's different people out there want to learn how to put music behind video games and shit like that, or put music behind film, or make sound effects for film, anything like that. They taught you that out there, so shit, it wasn't no waste for sure.
Did you feel hustled or finessed?
Nah, them folk did their thing, for sure, for sure.
If you could turn back the hands of time, would you have done anything different?
I wouldn't have been so high. My brother tell you, man, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I used to go to school high as a bitch. You feel me? Like, I was the man out there, though, I ain't gonna lie, shit. I was hustling good at that bitch. I used to go to school high as a motherfucker, but it was like during the times where I shouldn't have been high like that. It was one class, man, I had fucked up on. Class to learn one of them boards that's really like for movies, like to be easy with movies. Like it help you do shit with easier to put music behind movies or a video game and shit like that. And we had to learn the board to control that shit, man. And that class was fast class. And through that whole little 3 weeks, like they had classes set up 3 weeks at a time. So through that whole little 3 weeks, man, that was one of my hustling moments. And I remember perfectly because the dude that was teaching the class was a nigga from Arkansas. And he used to be on my ass, bro. God used to be on my ass. I came into class one time off of edible and went to sleep in that nigga shit. Hey, he woke me up. Look, Arkansas, come on, man. You can do better than that, man. They already think we country and we can't do shit from Arkansas. Come on, man. You gotta show these people. So the test come around, you feel me? Like, I'm serving people. I'm leaving the class, going, you know what I'm saying, do shit, and coming back to the school because how you did the test, you had to wait outside the classroom while the other person did the test, but you had to, you know, go up there and do the shit. You ain't had to stay up there, but you had to be there while you know what I'm saying, do the test. So, I fucked around and came back up there, failed the test, and the dude was telling me, man, I'm disappointed in you, but I don't want you to stop here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this just one class. This class don't even determine if you graduate or not. This just really was just a lesson. So take this as a lesson, bro. Don't quit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just stuck with that shit, bro. The school really taught me a lot, bro. It really manned me up in a lot of ways, you feel me? For sure.
Technically, what did you get the diploma in?
As an audio engineer, like, it said on the diploma, like, as an audio engineer.